What's going on, everybody? This is Dan Goodman with the Business of Strength podcast. I hope you are having a great holiday weekend. I'm recording this on July 3rd, just before July 4th, Independence Day. And to the Canadian listeners, I know we've got a bunch. Happy Canada Day. Hope everybody's enjoying their holiday weekend. With that said, I wanted to talk about marketing and sales for the summertime. I've been really holding the people in our private consulting group accountable to their marketing and sales efforts in July and August. And I would be doing you a disservice as a listener of the Business of Strength podcast to at least to not touch upon some of the things that we've been discussing. And I look back on the evolution of our business, and I take full ownership because I was in charge of marketing for a long time in the company. And we'd go hard through the spring, getting ready for the summertime. We'd have a ton of athletes coming back. We're getting them back in the mix. We'd have a ton of adults getting ready for, summertime beach vacation, 6-week transformation, always in the spring for a decade and running. And I was training a lot of those sessions. I was getting people in the door for a lot of those sessions. I was producing the content for getting those people in the door. And by the time this weekend came around, I'd be like shot. I'd be exhausted. And my excuse would always be, well, everybody's down the shore or everybody's on their vacations. Nobody's going to sign up for a gym in July or August. And that's what my psychology towards marketing would be. And then we'd get, our cash reserves would take us into the end of July, beginning of August. And we're like, oh shit, man, like we got to get some new members in here. And that's not to say like there wasn't any referrals or like any walk-ins. Of course there is, but that's just what I was relying on. And at a certain point, like our business today, Varsity House Gym today in Orangeburg and Ridgewood, we can't rely on the what ifs like at all. Like we need to be ahead of it. We need to have leading indicators that tell us exactly where we're going to be financially, right? There's too many people relying on this business for their financial success and security. So the difference today is do people still go on vacation in July and August? 100%. Is there less people to pull from? 100%. However, there's also way less gyms with the mindset of, let's call it, like Dan Kennedy would say, wealth attraction during this time period because everybody's shot out or, they're taking their own vacations. And I always was of the mindset with training people on Friday afternoons back in the day that nobody would do it. And that's when we can get ahead. That's the same ideology that I have now towards our business. Joe's in charge of the marketing, but right now in July and August, our volume of marketing, evergreen marketing, goes up to make sure to counterbalance the attrition that we have. So it's more emails, right? It's more social media posts, it's more stories, it's more referral-based initiatives. It's a higher level of an incentive for our members to refer people. It is, it's even more, there's even more bonus activity on the sales for our entire team for the summertime to hold the line. So there's more awareness, there's more support to keep us at least at the baseline. And last year we saw that we grew through August, which historically was like our slowest month ever. So the point being is the psychology of you as the business gym owner or GM or the person that's in charge of the marketing in your business. I even if it wasn't a gym, if it was a restaurant, barbershop, any service-based business, there is still a tremendous amount of people looking for service in July and August, right? There's plenty of people that don't like going on vacation. There's plenty of people that are homebodies. There's plenty of people that like taking their vacation in December, January, and February, which is, I love going on a beach vacation when it's 30 degrees out. So there's plenty of those people with that mindset. So to to land the thoughts here for you and how it can apply towards your gym and marketing your gym, it's a 3-step process. The first process is you must have a plan, right? And you must have the psychology towards, hey, I can get people during July and August. It might just take a little bit more effort, right? That's the first step to your own psyche, right? The second step is you can't be squirrel marketing of just like, oh, we don't have clients, we don't have leads, like let's just throw a bunch of shit at the wall, right? You have to have a clear-cut plan. And when you do throughout the year, you have a yearly marketing calendar, it makes it easier because all you're doing, right, is filling in the blanks. So if you know, okay, every single month, I have an external driver to get leads, I have an internal driver to get leads, and I have a referral-based driver to get leads. All you have to do is dial up the volume a little bit. It's just like a training plan, right? Once there's a training plan in place, you can dial up the volume of reps, or you could scale back the volume of reps, but at least you know, like, okay, these are the exercises we're working on. We exercise Monday, Wednesday, Friday. That could be your email days, right? We do social media posts Tuesday, Thursday, Saturday. Those social media posts get shared to stories, and the best performing one gets shared as an email. Like whatever your plan is, that's fine, right? Like it's just, we need to know that in July and August, there needs to be a little bit more intensity on that plan in July and August. And remember, when it comes to sales, like you have to just give people a reason to like want to do business with you. And that could be like in the month of July, we're honoring our heroes, right? And we are giving a discount to any military or first responder. It's a discount in the door and it's a lifetime discount. And, that's just, it's giving people a reason to do business with us, regardless of if they are first responder or not. It's just like, hey, that's cool that gym's doing that for those people. And hey, look, we want more military, we want more police, we want to support those people. So it's giving them a reason to come do business with us. And last but not least, if you have a team, if you have a staff, they are not immune to, the summer lull either. And I'm not saying that I'm not, I don't fall into the trap of just wanting to have like all this time off in the summertime. However, it's not feasible, right? You have to make sure that from a mindset of sales, we are proactive. So what we're doing in the month of July is a sales initiative for our team. And it is, we gamify it, and we're looking for reactivations of old members. We're looking for referrals from current members, and we are looking to ascend people on the service ladder, and not in a sleazy way. It's just like, hey, if somebody's mentioned they want to come for an extra day of service, like, let's let them try it. If somebody's mentioned that they want to do more nutritional services, let's give them a reason to try it. If there is somebody that said that they were going to reactivate in the summertime and we haven't hit them up, let's do that. If there's been somebody that's saying that their spouse or, brother, sister, brother, cousin, whatever, has said that they want to trial the gym, let's make that process seamless for them. Let's give them a landing date on that. Let's give them a buddy week on that. Let's make it super freaking easy, and let's give them a reason to do business with us. And if we can score X number of points throughout the month of July, then we're all going to get paid X number of dollars. And it's a fun game, and it's a game we keep score of every single week. It's not a huge amount of money, but it makes it fun. It makes it competitive, and it gives our staff a reason to go a little bit above and beyond the calling in the month of July. And that's our referral efforts. I looked at this past week, Joe and I were supposed to be at the Olympic Training Center doing a meetup with our business coach. It's something that we do every quarter to get outside eyes on our business. It's something that we've done for 5 years. I truly believe that any athletes, any level of entrepreneur, you cannot achieve your best self without some level of coaching and outside eyes. Unfortunately, on Tuesday, we got a 12-hour delay, and our flight was eventually subsequently canceled, which sucked. But we rerouted, we figured it out, and we said, you know what? Let's go check out another gym. Let's go, spend some time in Manhattan and see what's going on. So Joe and I, we went to the Equinox gym in Manhattan. Place is incredible. And just by being in a different atmosphere and different gym, and you get just to see different things. You see their trainers working, you see different levels of equipment. I always really like seeing the front desk area, how they're addressing members, how they're using unused capacity in terms of space to get people to want to stay. They do it incredibly there. If you ever have the opportunity to go check out the Equinox and Hudson Yards, I definitely recommend it. Pools, rooftop pools, bars, the whole thing. The place is insane. But one thing that they know, being Equinox, is they do a tremendous amount of market research on customer acquisition and costs associated with it. And right now, through the summertime, and this is something you could take, they're incentivizing their referral program, where if a member refers somebody else that becomes a member, that member that referred them gets $250, $250. And the person they're referring gets $100 off their first month. That's $350 paid out on customer acquisition. But they understand the normal price per person in that space nears $400 per month, right? So they're willing to take it on the arm in one of the slower periods of the year to continue to grow through the summer. And that's Equinox. So what is an avenue that you can incentivize at your gym to give people a reason to do business with you this summer? We all have them. It's about honing in on a plan, and it's about being a quick start to actually getting it done, right? I saw that last week. We've had our town hall on July 5th. Usually our referral program is $100 to the member, $100 to the friend, and we do a social post in our members Facebook group once a month, right? This month we're upping it, right? We're doubling the incentive, and we're going to email and post about it every week. So that's just one level of a volume increase that we're really doubling down on referrals. Here's the deal. We saw that last week. I saw that on Wednesday or Thursday of last week. So I was like, wow, that's pretty cool. We could probably change that. Just imperfect action. Go back to it, change it up, present about it, put it on the email, and make it happen, right? It doesn't need to be perfect. And the reason why it doesn't need to be perfect, because there's already a plan in place. So we're not reinventing the wheel, right? We're just making little modifications, little tweaks to it. So whatever you have in place, make some modifications to it. Intensify it a little bit. If you're somebody that's been, all over the place with your marketing, sending one email, every other month, all right, no problem. Just make sure you send one in July. Make sure you send one in August. Make sure you share that content to social media posts, and those social media posts get shared to stories. Make sure you're posting some very simple stories that's just right to your front end offer. Hey, you want a free session at XYZ gym? Click the link here. Even if you post that every other day, just a photo and the link to do business with you, and it's something that you've never done, you'd be surprised how many more leads you will get. And here's the deal with the marketing. All marketing works. It's what you're committed to making work for you. If you post 2 times and you're like, dude, I didn't get any leads. Marketing has a compounding interest effect. It has to be done you have to try something for a 90-day stretch before you really know if it's working or not. Okay. So give it a shot right now. This podcast will probably come out end of week, early next week. You'll have 7 weeks left of the summertime. Try something the whole way through that summertime. Hold the line this summer, because we know people renew in September. We know those holds come off the books. We know people with back to school, there's a big rush. If you can hold the line and then you can enjoy the rush of September and October, you're going to be in great shape for Q4 to finish out this year. So I hope this podcast gave you some inspiration to do more marketing and more sales activity in July and August to hold the line for your gym business. Speaking of Q4, we will be having our strongest year retreat, which is reserved for our private consulting group, but we are taking 10 guests in sunny Scottsdale, Arizona on September 28th and 29th. If you would like to join us, just send me a direct email, dan@varsityhousegym.com, and I'll get you set up with the details. Have a great week, everybody. I'll see you soon.